right? For 300 years, you and I have been steeped in a story. We have been told a story that we now know is not true. It was the story of separation. For 300 years, science has told us that we are separate from the world, we are separate from one another, we are separate from our bodies. We've been told that the origin of life is random. We've been told that the origin of human life is random. We've been told that our relationship to our body is that we are separate and powerless to heal our bodies. This is what the modern medical model is all about. They see the body as a machine. When part of the machine breaks, you replace that part of the machine. They do not factor in the essence of the emotion, the essence of the soul. They're learning, but right now they don't. What is our relationship to the world beyond our body? Are we separate from the world, or are we connected to the world? What is our relationship to the past? We've been taught that civilization began in a primitive state, that civilization evolved to the modern world we see today, and that we are the most sophisticated civilization ever to exist on Earth. That's what we are taught. The problem is that the new science is changing all of this. The new science tells us this is not true at all. And where this is really, really important is right here. You and I have been taught that nature is based upon competition. We were taught through Darwin's ideas that we live in a world of survival of the strongest. Competition and conflict is the way to solve our problems. When you were in school, when I was in school, if you have children in school right now, this is what they're being taught. It is a paradigm of separation. It is a paradigm of conflict. If you want to see the consequence of a world based upon these ideas, look out that door, and it's the world that we have now, the unsustainable world that is collapsing in many respects. The economy of the world is based upon competition and conflict. It's collapsing because it's no longer sustainable. The way we solve problems between nations is we're using war, we're using force, and it's collapsing because it's no longer sustainable. The way that we share vital resources, the way we share medicine, the way we share food, the way we share energy, it's all been based on this idea of scarcity and competition, and it's collapsing because it's unsustainable. And the reason it's unsustainable is because it is based in something that is no longer true. It is a false assumption. The best science of the modern world, we are now in the 21st century. 21st century science, peer-reviewed science, has now overturned all of these ideas. Every one of these is a false assumption, every one of them. But the schools will not teach the new information. The textbooks are not sharing the new information. The documentary films are not sharing the information in a big way on the mainstream television. New discoveries are now telling us that the origin of life is not random. The DNA in our body is telling us mathematically that we are not random beings. That's the science. It's telling us that life and human life is not random. The new discoveries are telling us that we are deeply connected to our bodies, through our thoughts, through feelings, through emotions, through the heart. And you know this. You know this because now you know that you can change the chemistry of your body through a heart-based experience. The best science of our time is now telling us that we are deeply connected to our world. We're not separate from the earth. The earth gives us life. And this is what our ancestors told us. Science is only beginning to embrace these very deep truths. Our relationship to the past. Our own science now is telling us that civilization is cyclic. There have been many civilizations here. Some of them have been very advanced, and I'm not talking about Atlantis. I'm not talking about Lemuria. Maybe they existed, they probably did, but the science has not confirmed that. What the science has confirmed is that there were advanced technological civilizations that existed all the way back into the last ice age. We're told that civilization is 5,000 years old. The science is showing us it goes back 15,000 years, 3 times as old as we've been led to believe. Okay? And the best science of our time is now telling us that Darwin's ideas are not universal. What Darwin saw happening in one place, in one moment, in one part of the world, does not apply to all life everywhere. That nature is actually based upon a model of cooperation, not competition. That nature is based upon what is called mutual aid, not conflict. And that changes everything. So as we go through our time of extremes, science gives us the reasons to think differently and change the way we go about solving our problems. We are going to have to build a new economy. When we build that new economy, if we build it on a model of cooperation rather than competition, it will be a much more sustainable model.